Fooled you, didn't I? Just kidding. I really did set up my first merch account. Let's talk about that. Hello and welcome once again to the video call-in show. That call-in show that invites you to be a live video guest on this show at any time. Talk about anything you'd like to talk about. We may still be the only one on the interwebs, or at least the YouTubes, that does so. You can talk about topic of the day. You can talk about current events, personal projects, or just come on in with Jim and chew the fat. I am your host, Jim. And if this sounds like something you're interested in getting the average Joe or Jane on to hear their story, then by all means, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, make sure you don't miss another episode. Well, let's get into it. I wasn't lying. I swear to you, I was not lying. I honest to God, set up my first merch account for my video channel, which was kind of cool. It took me, I want to say about 3-4 hours. Really? Just about 3 or 4 hours. No more, no less. But then again, I've done this sort of thing before, and I've actually mentioned this on the show where I had created a couple Zazzle accounts. And if you're familiar with this sort of thing, you're probably familiar with Zazzle. Zazzle is the same type of place that individuals can go, individuals and businesses can go, and they can do their graphics, put it on their products. They print those graphics on their products, and then they ship them to the customer. Awesome. So those people who make them, the graphics, get a little kickback on this. And I've had a lot of requests or questions about Mr. Mug here, which was done locally by a firm that my wife works with. So, but I thought, rather than try to squeeze those puppies out, why not put together a merch account where you can get shirts, hoodies. I didn't see any hats. I really want to do some hats, and I'm dying to have my nephew sew up a couple of these. He's got several of the 16 color machines, embroidery machines that he does all sorts of fire and police department embroidery. The logos, their truck numbers, and all that kind of thing. And it's really kind of cool. But I told him, I said, these don't go for a lot of money, but I've got some ideas for some off the wall content for these things, ones that aren't out there today. And I said, if you decide to take that on, you can do it piecemeal, and then whenever an order comes in, you whip it out and send it out, and yeah, you might get about $7 for one, but that's still cool, and you can send them in an envelope, which is even better because then what is an envelope now? 40 cents, something like that. That tells you how long it's been since I've actually wrote a check and sent it via snail mail. most of my invoices are done online. Soy Swift, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. You gonna buy some? Well, don't get ahead of me now. Don't get ahead of me now. We're actually gonna go look at it here in a minute. And since since we're here now, let's go take a look, shall we? So here we've got DuckDuckGo, and everybody's familiar with DuckDuckGo, or they should be, because the browser doesn't keep tabs on you like so many of the other ones do. And the place I decided to use was and many of you might already be familiar with this, but the place I decided to use is called Teespring. Let me get to where I can actually still see the chat among us, so I don't miss you guys. If you've got questions or whatnot, in fact, let's do this before I get into any more of that. This is probably going to be a short show. I got to get up way early tomorrow morning. Way early. I hate people that say way stuff, but anyway, when they say way stuff, but I do. I have to get up early tomorrow. Got more people coming in to do all sorts of things around the house and whatnot. So I'm just going to open the video lines early. So the video lines are now open.
Headshot.
Love that. Okay, so if you want to call in, go ahead and call in and we'll talk about it. But let me get through this real fast. Okay, so here we are. We're at DuckDuckGo. And I've already got this in my clipboard. So Teespring is what I decided to use. And honestly, and we're actually going to and looking at this for the first time. I have not tried to do this offline, and I wanted to do that on purpose. So and I tried not to hit the ads because that just costs everybody money. I'm surprised they're not. Oh, there they are. Okay, horrible, horrible. Look at that. Stop, DuckDuckGo. This is what I was talking about before. Look at their ads. Teespring custom T-shirts. That's not a good ad title. Two, look down here. This is their organic link, and it literally just says Teespring. Now, if somebody's looking for, look, Uber Prints, which beats them at their own game. Oh, it's an ad. I'm sorry, but here it is, Teespring. It doesn't say anything about what they're doing. So if somebody's looking for, you know, drop ship printed and customized items. This is a horrible title. I'm surprised it even shows up on their own name, but you know they do own the URL. So let's go to Teespring real fast. And I'm not going to log in. I'm going to go look. Let's look for the video call-in show. All right. Go. See if it can find me. I just did this today. What? Great. Oh man. How about the dun dun dun? Oh man. Now how the hell am I supposed to find it? I know I had a hyphen in there. Wow. That's disappointing. That is disappointing. Wah wah. Hi Snowy Rains. How you doing, hon? Thanks for showing up for this failure. Why is that not showing up? Maybe because it's too new. I'm not in the system yet. So, all right. I'm gonna have to log in now. So give me a second here. Ba 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 ba. Oh, let's give you some music to listen to. There we go. In fact, I'll turn it up while I'm actually doing this search. There we go. Or not search, but log in. I can't let you see it. Today? Okay, so I'm logged in. All right, don't save that. Let's bring the music down a little bit. Okay, so I'm logged in. Let's look at my storefront. Now I haven't done much of anything. Oh, okay, to the store itself. I've just used my my YouTube banner. We dig metal detecting. How you doing, man? How come you're not over with a flash in your pan? I was actually going to visit his. Oh, you did. I know. Swift. Soy Swift's getting ahead of me. Yeah, it must. Snowy Rains. I'm sure that's what it is. I mean, I literally just set this up earlier, and then I had to run off to band rehearsal. So as you can see, it is just my YouTube header for now. Actually, it's an older one. I don't have the 10 p.m. But there you go. There are some of the products that I've created. How cool is that? Soy Swift, did you try the merch link in the description? Let me know in the chat if it actually worked for you, because I'd like to find out for sure. I haven't tried it yet. I had to run out of the house, but there's that mug. I actually created two different mugs. This one here has the logo on both sides, bam bam, and the other one has my mug on the mug and the logo. Yeah, try to explain that one to your friends and family. Oh, I even put myself on a shirt. I think this is the first shirt I've ever put myself on in my entire life. I've done a whole lot of these these sort of graphic arts for for fabrics and that sort of thing. Coffee mugs, a whole lot of coffee mugs. I've mentioned this before. I was running a store called the Smoke Center, which is now defunct. Thank you, Soy Swift. I'm so happy that that works because I put it on every one of my videos. That was one of the things that took so long. I went back through every one of my videos and updated the description, the standard description area. I try to do a little bit of differentiating content at the top, but the rest of it is pretty much boilerplate, and it has links to the way you can yeah, out of Mexico, yeah, oh yeah, most of them are, but yeah, ways that you can get in touch with me, or join social media, or support the show, that sort of thing. So I went through every single video, and I actually did something that that I neglected to do before. On my guest cut videos, you guys know what the guest cut videos, most of you who have been here before. For those of you who are new, the guest cut videos are those videos that I edit down after I have a guest on and we chat and we talk about whatever. I edit it down just to that segment. That way it's more compact, and you don't have to get all this stuff that I sit and yap about prior to. And I love you, Snowy. Now, I'm not going to beg anybody to buy merch. I've seen that happen, but I thought, why not make it available for those people who want it? I mean, there's nothing more warming to my heart when somebody decides to support the show, right? Because that makes it all worthwhile. So, but I'm not going to push it. The only reason I'm pushing it today is because I had to have a subject for a night. I got a subject for a night. And it's really tough when I go to rehearse, band rehearse, because I'm so busy with all kinds of other things. I don't get a chance to think about what I'm going to talk about. So things like this really come in handy. And I plan on adding a whole bunch. If you look at that closely, you'll see, like, let's see, let's go into this t-shirt. Well, I actually did two of them. This is the black and white. I don't know why it's showing up. I archived this one. If you go into the white one, you can choose any color that they have available for it. So yeah, so there you go. There you go. And I actually put a white border around everything so it shows up. Wisco Style. How you doing, man? Sonia. Glad to have you guys aboard. We're just going over my merch. And I got to reiterate it, if you guys didn't hear it before, I'm not really pushing this. I just thought that if people wanted it, remember we were talking about it, Wisco. This is where I ended up. I'm actually I applied for merch on Amazon. I'm just waiting for that to go through as well. So we'll see what kind of products they have as well. But I've looked at many different merch stores, and I thought, a whole lot of people are using this. Why not me? If you look at Nick Nimmons, he's using Teespring for his merch. And I thought, well, surely he's sold a bunch, and if it's good enough for his listeners, it'd be good enough for mine, right? I'm definitely going to order some myself, because I don't have anybody that does t-shirts just yet. I have an industrial, pro industrial, two of them, two pro industrial heat presses out in my garage as we speak. Jack, how you doing, man? Welcome back to the show. And Manic Magic's here again. Cool. But yeah, I've got two of those heat presses. One I use for Kydex gun holsters. I make a lot of holsters for people as well, where you take Kydex, you coat the gun in usually just painter's tape, and you've got to make sure that you build up the chamber, the ejection port, and the trigger area, and then you wrap hot Kydex around it, and I built a vacuum press that actually molds it to the gun. But but you've got to heat it up, and I was heating it up in little toaster ovens. And that, Tim, how you doing, Tim? I usually heat it up I was heating it up in little toaster ovens, and that took forever because you can't do it real fast. It'll shrink up like a shrinky dink. So you've got to do it either real fast in a heat press where it doesn't have the ability to shrink, or you do it real slow. And you got to have it up to about 320 degrees. So Yeah, then and that's why I chose it, right? Because I've seen so many other people using Teespring. I thought, why not? Um, and these two up here are actually the black ones, and these white ones here. They're going to go away because these are the same things. These four at the bottom are the exact same things, only you get all kinds of color choices. And I'll probably be doing more with that as well. But yeah, so I've got two industrial size Collins show holsters. Well, uh, again, I also have a CNC that I built from scratch, and I've gone over this on my show. The laser head is sitting right here next to me. I just haven't had time to go out there and put it on. What with the kitchen and all this sort of stuff I got going on. So one of these days I'm going to have time, put the laser engraver on there. I'm dying to see what the laser engraver will do to Kydex because I'd like to be able to engrave logos into the Kydex holsters. 90% of the Kydex holsters I build are inside the waistband, so nobody's really going to see them. But at least if somebody's saying, "Hey, where'd you get that?" and they can look at it and say, "Oh, okay, awesome." So wouldn't that be funny if I added Kydex holsters to my merch store? That may not go over too well. So I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun that I got that finally started. I'm gonna work on the header art. I have to. It looks horrible at the moment. It doesn't fit. It's not exactly what I want it to be. So we'll get that. We'll get that soon. Let's see. We dig metal detecting. I have them for my show as well through Teespring. Cool. Then let me ask you, we dig metal detecting. Have you had any of your audience buy any, and has it been a good or bad experience? Because I'm really interested in that. I'm going to buy some just because I want to know that it's quality stuff. But uh-oh, Tim's got a project for my laser engraver. That's okay. That's okay. Bring it on. I'm excited to do it. I also build cornhole boards. I don't know if I've gone over that before, and I want to burn my logo into the wood. So I've got just a crap ton of ideas and uses for this thing. I just can't get it on there. Hell, I bet I haven't made a holster in 6 months. I've just been so busy, so busy. And this show takes up a lot of time. This show takes up more time than you would imagine. One, it's exciting for me to go in and make adjustments, and think of content, and work on my setup, and you know these 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 things over here didn't just happen. I started out with a handful. Uh, like at the first of the year, I had a handful of these, and now I've got I don't know, almost 2 dozen. that's that's scary, and worse yet, I've got about I'd say I've got another half dozen to a dozen in a couple shopping carts, eBay and Amazon. It's a sickness. It is truly a sickness. Uh, Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be tactical patch uh, sluts. Yeah, there's no country song in that one. No, no, that's all me. That's I, that's just between you and I. Oh, so what do you guys think? Am I moving too fast? Now, the reason I don't have it like above the above the comments section is because apparently you've got in addition to running ads on YouTube, I think you also have to oh, that's great news. You also have to have 1,000 subscribers before you can even put this merch, section on your videos. It's great to know we take metal detecting. I'm gonna have to shorten your name up just so I can remember. It's tough to say. Tactical patch slots. Yep. Guilty as charged. I think there's a 12-step program for that. I'm looking into it. If not, maybe a support group. Somebody mentioned in the chat if they know of where I can find a tactical patch support group. I'm in dire need. I've already admitted that I have a problem. Now it's time to seek help, I think. This all happened within a couple months, and it's all your fault, people. What audio setup do you use? We dig metal detecting. You'll have to watch last night's show. I did the first ever of mine equipment tour, and you'll find out all the details on that. All the details on that. So we dig or Andy. I don't know what that means. I know, Tim. Tim says I need to go to the gun show to buy some patches. I know. No, you're an enabler. I'm trying to find help, and you're showing me where the bar is. You're showing an alcoholic where the bar is at, dude. Well, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I go over my mic, I go over my mixer, I go over the PC that works the mixer, I go over my production PC and my switching software. It's all in that last video, dude. And of course, Tim Youngs, he joined me last night as well to chat up a bit about some about equipment, but more importantly about his new channel that he's getting ready to um, what are commonly found at the bottom of 12-ounce cans, except sadness. Or a yearning for more. That's what I always find at the bottom of a 12-ounce can, Wisco. Seriously. You do? We'll have to. Tim says he buys some too. We're gonna have to compare notes, my friend, because I'd like to see what you got, and maybe we can mix, max, and trade. You know, sometimes when you buy groups, you get duplicates, and yeah, I've got one or two duplicates over there. I try very hard not to do the duplicate thing, but you know, it happens. It happens. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. Yeah, I was actually going to go over while we're here and check out. Uh, oh, by the way, guys, I opened up uh, I did say earlier that the video lines were open. I won't go over the bump again. Someone help me! I need help. I'm a man drowning. Who the hell says drowning? I'm a man drowning in Velcro over here. You want proof? Nice. This is from the latest batch. You see all these? You see all these backers? That's from the latest batch. I need help, folks. I don't know how long I can do this. I'm looking funny at my dogs now. I um I can't concentrate when the wife is talking to me. Wait, I've always had that problem. Um, it's it's a sad situation. I need help. Oh, 5 months here on YouTube, 1,300 followers later today. That's fantastic, dude. Show me how you did that. Yeah, it's really tough. I've actually worked real hard, Tim, not to buy those that, well, you know, I don't mind cussing on the show because I see it as an adult show. And yeah, I got some younger guys on here, but believe me, they're hearing worse at work or at school. But I've got, you know, silly ones like Suck It Up and Embrace the Suck. The worst one I have is Zero Fucks Given. Um, yeah, Shit Creek Survivor. So yeah, I try to keep it somewhat clean because there are some really bad ones out there, and of course, you know, no none that disparage any one sort of person. That's just not my style either. Okay, so Jack, he's going to explain a bit more about his internship. Interns, he says, interns are given the chance to be involved a lot in the use of social media platforms for the marketing of our clients' services. Which one do you need, Wisco style? Zero fucks given. um, oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen those too. Okay, so when you say the use of social media platforms, do you mean that you interns are posting on their social media platforms for the clients. I think that's what you're talking about, and that's pretty cool. It's really a very large responsibility when you think about it, because you've got to make sure that that you're representing their brand appropriately. That kind of shit right there will make you think in not so many. I'm doing a vid 2K. Crack the code here on YouTube. Well, dude, you let me know when that video goes live, because 1,200 subscribers in 5 months is extraordinary, dude. Extraordinary. Now, I got to ask you this. You ought to come on the show and talk about that. Yeah, even Wisco wants to watch that one. Because that is did you advertise, or did you do a yeah, I don't want you to give up. I don't want no spoiler alert here. But how did you end up doing that? What's one of the best tips that you have? Is all I've done is literally create content, do a little push here and there. I've tried a little AdWords advertising, which I didn't put much money toward it, but and then of course, I try to network as much as I can. When I go out and watch videos, I like to make comments. They allowed me to edit some videos and actually use and shared them on Insta. This is back to Jack here. It's amazing how we can actually see our work in public and the impact it has on increasing customers' awareness. It really is, isn't it? I mean, I had this discussion just the other day on the show. I was talking about how I love pitting. Well, actually, Tim and I were talking about it last night, I believe. But I just love fighting the algorithms, right? Doing everything that's good practices. At the same time, that you're doing your best to be favorable to the algorithm for specific keyword and keyword phrases. Flash in your pan. Is your show over already, dude? Thanks for showing. Yep, Ed's in the house. Ed is in the house. What do you say? I will, Matt. That's what I'm here for. You are a good guy. Well, obviously you're talking about Ed. He's not addicted to Velcro like somebody I know. Why'd you stop? Keep going. Not you. There we go. Yeah, so Flash, you missed it. I beat you to the merch, man. I'll throw it back up here in a minute. I totally beat you to the merch. Bam. You guys went 2 hours? That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, but here we are. Forgive the header art. I'm not done with that yet, but these are the products that I created. Even through my mug on a mug. People are gonna look at this and they'll say, "What a friggin' narcissist." He's got to have his face. He's got to have his face on a shirt. Seriously? I didn't know you had merch. I didn't see it. Now you've got over 2,000 subscribers, so surely you're able to. Well, you know what? I was going to go to your live stream while I was live just to see what you guys were doing. Oh my! Sorry, that was Ed's trailer video. Trade your cup for the cup. I'm all about that, my friend. I am all about that. So if I go to one of your videos and pause it quickly.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, there we go. Does it show up underneath? No, it didn't show up underneath. That's why I didn't know you had merch. I didn't go into your description. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you're at Spreadshirt, right? Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Mug for mug. And you're not talking about an 8x10 glossy of that guy, are you? I know that's not the case. Oh, now you're going too far. Shirt for shirt? That's untenable, my friend. It's bad enough I put my face on there. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the first time you're out and somebody's wearing a shirt with your face on it? Can you imagine what that would be like? Manic, you're killing me, man. I'm do I have to go through and look all your videos, or have you yet to do a video on merch? Because I'm all about that. I am all about that. And of course, you've got to come on the show because that's the sort of thing that people love to hear about, especially, in this world, as you well know. That's why you're going to make a video of it. I think it would be fantastic to do a little quick collaboration. Oh, what do you know? What do you know? Just a second there. Cool. I got to get rid of myself. Okay. All right. Unmute. Oops, I'm not muted. I don't see your microphone, my friend. Look in the lower left-hand corner of your Zoom screen, and you'll see a little microphone. Click that up arrow and make sure that you've got the right one checked. Or anyone checked, and then we'll see it. It's funny. Seeing you now is not at all what I expected after seeing your username in Zoom. Okay, while he's doing that, let me go back to... There we go. There we go. Oh, Jack, you're killing me. Surely you want to wear a shirt with my face on it. You want to talk about being an internship god? You got to have me on your shirt in order to make that happen. Oh God, I'm so looking forward to that day if it ever happens. Can you? I still can't see your mic, my friend. I see your video. Do you see me? You shake your head yes. Do you see me? I can't hear you. Yeah, look in the lower left-hand corner of your Zoom feed where you see me, of course. And then there should be a microphone and it says mute and stop video. If you click that arrow up and make sure that you select your microphone, you should be good to go. But right now, Zoom doesn't recognize your microphone. So while he's doing that, yep, Jack, I'm gonna get a T-shirt your way with my face on it. That's the only way you're gonna make a hit with your internship. I'm sure of it. But I'm with you. I'm with you, Flash in your pain. We'll trade cup for cup, my friend. I've got to order one just to make sure that it's dude, don't call it creepy. Yeah, I don't know if I want to wear well, of course, think about your favorite rock star. You would wear that, wouldn't you? Well, your favorite musician. You'd probably wear that, dude. I'm not like I'm your favorite dude. Well, we've got someone here. I don't recognize him, and I don't recognize the username. Oh, I bet I know who it is. It's and if I can guess, if I can get him to shake his head, then we'll know. But I think it might be. Oh, let me roll back on this. Oh yeah. Are you We Dig Metal Detecting? Future guest, is that your chat handle? We Dig Metal Detecting? Just shake your head yes or no. Oh, maybe you can't hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes? No? Okay. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, now can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, I can hear you now.
I think you had me muted because I was able to I tested my audio.
Well,
and it was working.
On my screen, what happens is right next to your username in the participants box, I get a video and an audio. If they have their camera on, then it's just a grayed out camera. If they have their mic on, then I get a microphone. And I didn't have a microphone from you for the longest time. Are you
We dig metal
we
detecting.
dig metal detecting? All right, cool.
Well, I'm using my wife's Zoom screen thing, so it says Jennifer on the screen.
I know.
I
I
am
was
not Jennifer.
I was a little put off when I saw Jennifer come up. I thought, oh, okay, and then boom, there you were. I'm like, that don't look like Jennifer.
Well, I thought I'd give you a guest. Say, hey,
I appreciate that, my friend. Happy to have you aboard. Yeah.
my camera doesn't look like it's very clear, but I'm using this webcam, and I don't normally use my webcam for my show. I use an iPhone camera, but
Oh, do you? Yeah.
this camera is not very good.
Is it a PC or a Mac?
Well, I'm on a PC,
Oh, okay.
but I'm using like a Logitech, some
Oh, yeah.
$40 cameras.
Yeah, but oftentimes those are actually better than the cameras on the laptops anymore. I mean,
Well,
this
I will say this, that I use OBS. I don't know what system you use to stream like you are, but I use OBS. You might use something like Streamlabs or Mixer or something like that. But
vMix.
Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good one. I
Yeah.
just didn't want to fork out the money for it.
Yeah, and I had to. I became real familiar with it in the studio that I built and was doing it for clients, and it does everything I needed to do. So yeah, I went ahead and had to fork over some cash. It's only one time, which is nice. Some of them are subscription now. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, they're at a subscription now.
some
Is
of
that
them
what you
are.
said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of them.
Yep.
No, I use OBS because it's free, and I have a plugin where it allows me to use my iPhone camera, which is way better than most any cameras you can get, for
Oh,
your computer. So
oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Let me try to boost your lows a little bit, cut out your highs. Yeah, you're right. The iPhone cameras, the later ones are really extraordinary, especially when you compare it to PC cameras.
yeah.
Oh, so
So
you're Andy, is what Ed says.
what do you say?
He said that's Andy.
Yeah, I'll Ed. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. He's been with this show since the early days. I'm 3 months old, so what are early days?
Yeah, he's a good guy. No, I tell you, I think I've been following Ed for a while too. Actually, he does the Flash in Your Pan show over
Mhm,
there.
mhm.
I guess it was on earlier. I missed it. I was doing some other stuff. I was working on some graphics for my show, and it's been keeping me busy for last week or so. But great guy.
Well, I haven't gotten to catch your show. What kind of channel do you have over there?
Um, well, it's We Dig Metal Detecting.
Mhm.
That's basically the name of the show, and um, I do a live broadcast all about metal detecting, and I bring guests on that are people who metal detect out in the community, and I also do live "Come Dig with Me" session on my channel too, and it's basically I take my camera and I go and I metal detect live, the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, you know, Shameless plug. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, no, no. There are no shameless plugs on this show. I actually encourage it. I want people to talk about what they're passionate about, and doing this, as well as I do. When you get involved in this and you decide to start creating content, you become passionate about it very quickly. So don't feel bad about that at all. We're gonna pop
Yeah,
your.
that's something that you don't realize. Like people who are watching these streams, these live streams like this, they don't realize how much time and effort go into behind the scenes to make it to the point where they're seeing it. It's a lot of work.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah,
And it looks like you've been at it. Yeah, I'm looking at your channel right now. Let's go to that real fast. This is it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, cool. And
That last one up there on the top left, that's one I just did today. And the funny thing about it is that, see, on that top overlay, how that picture is smaller than the overlay. Well, Skype just switched over and did this Skype for creators, and that camera, every time you move around, it adjusts and it goes to like the best of the bandwidth or whatever. So it'll adjust your camera back and forth, open. See, I was like, what is going on? So I went and I figured it out. So it won't do that again. But that was a pretty neat live because I was able to incorporate a couple different camera angles with that show, which was pretty neat.
Well, it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna have to check these out. And of course, I have to learn everything I can about gold panning. This is when Ed and I first got together. I was telling him that I really wanted to detect, right? And I think you're a little bit more with the sticks, right? Not the pan. Yeah, yeah. So
I mean, I had a show where I learned how to gold pan live, but it was kind of jumpy for some reason. I guess I needed to update my system, and so you know how it goes. Every time you go live, it seems like there's always something that it's always something. And that night it was I forgot to update my computer before I went live, and everything was which was terrible because on that show I had like an actual recording artist playing music, and
oh man,
it was like really cool because what I try to do is I try to go live and I try to make it as much of a show as possible. So I'll bring on music guests to play music at the end of the show, and I just do as much as I can to be as entertaining. I figure if you're going to be there spending time with me, I should do my best to entertain you. So
absolutely, absolutely. That's exactly how I look at it. That's wonderful. But it's a skill that you have to learn even on the fly, is it not?
oh yeah, and you don't realize, and people, that's another thing people don't realize. Like when you start doing these, when you start going live, like at first, it can be pretty daunting because you are in, even 1, 2, 3 people watching is can throw you.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
oh
you
yeah.
know, as you go, it gets easier. I think but you know.
And you don't get the luxury of being able to picture anybody in their underwear. That's what I found is probably the biggest downside to, looking into a
I don't
camera.
want to picture some of those people in underwear.
Yeah, well, I've done a couple, speaking engagements, and I tried that technique, and really didn't want to see it. I
So
have,
what do you do?
for a living.
Yeah.
Actually, for the most part now, I do a whole lot of digital marketing. I manage a lot of search engine marketing campaigns for clients. I do a lot of SEO. I'm actually producing a local television show, and do some video editing as well. Aside from this, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. This is just fun.
This is all for fun, which is why occasionally I have to put the brakes on and say, "Up, can't do a show tonight."
Right. Right.
I almost
Uh,
didn't do one tonight because I got to get up early, but it's just fun, and the more I do it, the easier it becomes. So it's one of those things where I don't have a whole lot of setup and everything. It's like boom, I do a thumbnail and I'm live. So
when I first started streaming, see, I originally started streaming only on Facebook, and I was the first live broadcast on Facebook all about metal detecting.
hmm
And I would bring on guests, and it was a blast. Lots of people were watching. It was killer. Lots and lots of engagement. Um, but I didn't. When I first started, it was just a little camera, and I just brought people on. Just clicked add to broadcast on Facebook.
hmm
And it was cool because it was the only thing that was the only option. I learned about OBS, and I said, well, I got to figure out how to bring that. I still broadcast on Facebook, but I think that broadcasting on Facebook is like a dead market because people I don't know. you just, I think Facebook throttles you. You know,
Yeah.
I think they're throttling people and their content. So I'm trying to pull away from that Facebook, and I forgot where I was going with this, but it was had to do with what you were saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, while you're thinking about that, I've done the same thing. In fact, I do it for a whole lot of clients that still want to go live on Facebook because I'll facilitate these sort of shows as a third party and just direct them as they do their little talk shows. And most of them want to go with Facebook, and I'm fine with that if that's where their audience is. But for the most part, I find what you were just saying that there's either throttling or people are so inundated with videos coming their way, they tend to ignore them more. So like we're here for videos. When you come to YouTube, you don't come for the social media chit chat between, your long lost cousin that lives in California and that sort of thing. So I
Right.
found
And,
that too.
and it's like you were saying. So that's where all my following was.
Hmm.
Facebook. I mean, that's where I started, and that's where I gained all my momentum was on Facebook. Now I recently, started streaming here on YouTube, and I stream on Mob Crush and Twitch and all these other places now.
Hmm.
So like now my show is all over the place, and I realized that Facebook's just not the way to go. Like it's really like I like Facebook as a social media platform and being able to get to know people, but I'm totally going against it. And I wanted to tell you, you said something about producing shows and stuff like that. Better keep an eye on my channel because I'm doing something really big and I can't talk about it yet, but I promise it's going to
there's
be
your
amazing.
there's your teaser, folks. There's your teaser. Go to his channel, subscribe. In fact, I'm going to subscribe right now because I don't want to miss that at all.
I've only got 6:35 now.
Yep, I'm number 635.
I appreciate it, but yeah, that's not why I called in. I called in because nobody else was calling in. I thought, well, I could give you some banner.
I appreciate it. You were saving me. I was starting to run out of things to say. That's always appreciated.
Hey, you know what? Every about once a month, I do one of these viewer call-in shows,
Hmm.
and nobody ever calls
Oh,
in.
really?
So I sit there and I talk to myself for about an hour. Interact with the viewers, and that's about it. Which sometimes those are the best shows because
Oh,
you
yeah.
get to really get in touch with the people who are spending their time with you. So
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of getting in touch, Henry Mung Valte is back. Hey, welcome to the show, my friend. Flashing your pan wants to know if you're still multi-platform streaming. Are you?
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Although I think I'm going to cut Facebook out of the picture completely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I figure if you want to watch me, you can go to YouTube or you can go to Twitch or you can
Hmm.
go. I mean, I don't like the way Facebook throttles my videos. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me ask you the question, because this is something that I'm struggling with. Have you opened your extracurricular activities here to like friends and family on Facebook?
what what I do?
Yeah, you're streaming. Yeah, your
Oh
your
wow,
channel and stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is my wife is a social media. She's a guru.
Mm.
All right, she knows her social media. She knows how to boost her algorithms, how to all that good stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, she's really does a lot of. She does a lot of personal development, a lot of learning, a lot of reading. She's really good at it. So
Mm.
when I started doing this, I talked to my wife, and she was like, "Well," I was like, "Maybe I should start a group, and just blah blah blah." And she's like, "No, Andy, that's like the most terrible thing you could do. You need to just go and do it on your personal page, because then you're not in a cage. Because
Hmm.
when you're in a group, it's only people that are in a group can see you." That are in that group, and now you can get as many people as you want in that group, but it's not. They have to be in that group. But when you make your page, your personal profile public, and you do it all on your public profile, then anybody can share it. Anybody can see it. Anybody that stumbles across you from a share away can still get back to you. They
Yeah.
don't see a you. This content is blocked or temporarily taken down because you don't have whatever from it. So that's why I went completely public and just did it all
Mm.
on my personal page. So yeah, all my friends, family, and everybody sees it. So they have been subjected to my madness. Yes.
Well, I envy you. I don't know that I'm ready to subject my friends, family, and colleagues to my madness just yet because, I tend to be a goofball more so on here than I do, in real life. And I'm looking for a threshold when like, I get to a certain number of subscribers, then it's somewhat legitimate, right? So I've got a following, I'm doing something right. Then I figure I'll open it up. I'll open the floodgates, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. Hey, your merchandise looks good too. By the way, I meant to
Oh.
tell you, I have some. I don't have it on, but
Mhm.
I have. Wait, no, I have mine through Teespring, and great products, man. The shirts are great.
Uh-huh.
I've had mine for over a year, and not a hole, or it's not fraying or anything anywhere. So
Oh,
I mean,
cool. Yeah, well, it looks like they use brand name stuff,
yeah,
which is nice.
they're good shirts. I mean, they
Mhm.
really are. I think where mine are shipped, they're shipped out of Mexico, I believe,
Yeah.
and anybody in the world, they'll ship it to anybody. I don't think there's any extra fee for that because they make things at such a low cost. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, that's what they do. So
Yeah. Yeah.
there's a lot of people. A good thing about them is they give you the option of how much you want to charge for your product.
Right. Right.
I mean, if you're not really so much in it for the money, you can give people T-shirts at a really really good deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't look to see what you're charging for yours, and I'm not telling you how you should do it. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, I just went with a default because I wasn't sure if I actually didn't see where you could set your price, and I'm still struggling with the interface in that I can't go back in and like add colors or anything. Which is why about four of them are actually supposed to be archived. I'm just not familiar with it enough. Like I
No,
said.
I'm gonna tell you, I think their interface is really weird too. Like I tried to move all my assets into one storefront,
Hmm.
and I could not for the life of me get it to happen because I had two storefronts,
Huh.
one for my group, We Dig Missouri, and one for my show, We Dig Metal Detecting.
Hmm.
And I was just trying to converge them into one store, and I still haven't done it. So I don't know. I think it's a little confusing. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. I mean,
right.
it's not our first road down or first interface we've ever dealt with, so it's
But
just one of those
anyway,
things.
I didn't want to keep you. I just wanted to
Oh,
say, hey,
dude,
appreciate you taking the time. And sorry, I didn't mean to talk so much about myself. I apologize. You guys don't think I'm that kind of person because I'm really
do
not. I just
no, do not apologize. That's what this show's for. I talk enough about myself. I want to hear everybody else's story.
Oh, well, I appreciate you having me or let me call in, and you guys have a nice evening. Manic Magic, I believe he just subscribed to me. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, buddy.
Very cool.
That's really awesome. And then thank you, Jim, for the sub.
Thank you, Andy. Thanks for coming on, man. It's I look forward to checking out all of your videos, man. Not only does that interest me, but I wanted to see the latest one, what you were talking about there too. So we'll
All right,
definitely
brother.
we'll definitely talk again, my friend.
Yes, sir. It's nice talking to you. See you guys.
All right, see you. Thanks. Ah, yes, that was Andy. uh, have I already forgotten his? That's a long name. I'm struggling with it, Andy. Struggling with it. Yeah, we dig metal detecting. I'm sorry, lost my train of thought there. Thanks for coming on, Andy. That was a really good conversation. It's always nice to hear, when you go down a road with a particular vendor and somebody's had some good experiences with it. That is awesome. And as soon as I get flash in your pan to buy my T-shirt for me, I may even show up like my thumbnail. I'll just wear it. Yes, and Flash in the Pan is actually going to make a trip to the Hoosier State with some of his buddies, and we're going to go goaltending. He's going to give me yet another hobby. I may just be in it for the beer, but I know as soon as I see something happen in that pan, I'm a goner. I'm a goner. And you give me any reason at all to spend time outside and doing something that's relaxing and potentially profitable, I'm all over it. And when I say that, hunting is profitable when you actually are fortunate enough to take one of the creatures. So, all right, folks, we're getting around an hour here. I think I'm gonna call it a night. This has been a fun show. Um, I do have to get up early in the morning. Otherwise, I'd hang out more. I really would. And I'm starting to do more weekend shows. I did two over the weekend. One was a drunken stupor. The other one, of course, was yeah. I know I got to go flash in the pan for tonight, if that's okay. We'll have you on maybe tomorrow night or Thursday. How's that sound? Is that cool? Yeah, I'm already a subscriber on Manic. I'm sure. Let's go find out, shall we? Oh yeah. There you go, Manic. We're gonna throw yours up there. Oh, wrong one. I gotta put it in a different browser. Different browser. Look, I'm talking about waking up early, and here I am. Okay, there we go. Boom. Load, load, load. See it? Hey, wait. Oh, that's because this is a different account. Yep. But I am video calling show. You can probably see that. What now? Answer me this. Why do people hide who they subscribe to? Is that you guys finding that a lot? Because I do. And when people subscribe to me, it's hard to find out if and when they did. Bugs the hell out of me. Yeah. Oh well. Subject for another show. All right, folks. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to go to bed and wake up early tomorrow and get my help back on the kitchen and do some work myself. It just never ends. I want to thank everyone in the chat that showed up. Snowy Rains, Tim Yonts, Flash in Your Pan, Manic Magic, Manic Magic. Who else did we have? We had Henry Monfalote. You're gonna have to tell me if that's right, man. Wisco Style, of course, and Jack. Jack, no, how do you say that? No, I've never been able to figure out the NG. But thanks everyone for coming on to the show tonight, and of course, big thanks to Andy. And I'll be back on tomorrow night, weather permitting, and we'll start this whole conversation again. But of course, I'm going to leave you with this: treat others as you want to be treated. If everybody did that, the world would be a better place. All right. So good night, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, and we will see you live.